here for the World of Arkonis D&D 5e podcast, actual play. I am one of the hosts, DM Vince, and I'm sitting, and I'll go to my left around the table so you can introduce themselves, who they're playing, and get into their voice. My left, starting with Jacob.
Hello, I am Jacob, and I'm going to be Akio Steelfang. He is a Keshar, which is actually kind of a homebrew thing, and he's also a samurai. So a little bit outside the box, but hey, I got DM approval, so I'm good to go.
Right.
And do you want us to get into like their background, or do you just?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I haven't totally written out the background yet on him, but I've got a good base in my head. Basically, his story is that he was a part of the what was their name? The Rasa, yeah, which are like the royal guard. They guard the lord of the realm in their home island, and they're elite soldiers, but he was set up and framed, and his lord was killed. He should have taken his life for such a disgrace, but he is on a mission of vengeance to clear his name and, find who killed his lord. Unfortunately, because he didn't take the honorable way out, he's an outcast from his realm. So he's very much into doing good no matter what. He hates people who do evil. But how he does good is, very subjective. So that's the base we're going on with this character. And Samurai is kind of a fighter archetype. That's not in the original book, but it is another book. So
it's available via the DM Guild, so
yeah,
it's approved to play.
Very initiative based samurai is. We'll see that later once he starts getting his actual samurai skills at level 3. But initiative plays a huge role and gives him a lot of bonuses if he has better initiative than other people. I think that's pretty good. So, old Humey, you're up.
Old Humey here. I'm playing a wood elf druid, female. She was raised by wolves and found by druids about 10 years old. Started picking up smoking shortly after that, so her voice is not the prettiest in the world.
How about we hear a little bit of that voice?
This is old Humey right here. We're
gotta love the peace pipe.
I raised by a pack, went to my wolf pack shortly after learning everything I could from the druids, and I've been living with them ever since.
You get to do that all the time.
Yeah, you do a voice, you're going to have to stick with that voice.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been practicing.
Okay. You see you walking around your house talking to your wife like, yes.
Pretty much. Whole ride over.
All right, my name is Steven, and I am playing Ulfric Lightforge, Dwarven Cleric of the Light Domain, servant of the goddess Viana. Pretty much the old guy in the party. This is a retired adventurer that was quite content staying at home, doing nothing, reading his books, getting visits from his kids, but being a cleric, he felt a call that he had to answer and grabbed his old gear and hit the road again. He's been there, done that, seen it all. He's not near what he used to be, but as long as he's breathing, he's going to do what he feels is right. He's traveled with other adventurers before. Like I said, he's been there, but he's not jaded. He's still a pretty decent guy. Got a good sense of humor about him. But he'll look out for the new guys if he can. And the fact that he's old and retired doesn't mean if, a boulder falls on him, he's fine with that.
Will be doing a voice?
I'm going to be trying to do this voice now.
Yeah, you're going to be stuck with that voice the entire time.
I will try to speak like this, and if it gets to the point where everybody just starts throwing things to me or at me, I'll still stick with it.
You sound like an old Texan.
All right.
I am an old Texan.
I have a question. How do you feel about Taryn?
Taryn?
Oh, jeez. Referencing another game we were playing. Let's move on.
I was totally out of the loop on that game.
This is James. I am playing Paxton Garius. He will be known in the game for most of it as Dolan. He's a human rogue. main alliance is to his family. He was raised as part of a crime family, and they run an entire region of the country.
That's cool.
And it's been about thieving since he was 5 years old.
Nice.
Started making, escapes and roof jumping by the time he was 10, and has set up his own little criminal empire. But it's time to get away, and that's why you'll see him go by Dolan everywhere. The gariest name would draw attention that we don't necessarily need.
Excellent. And what's his race?
Human.
Excellent.
Jacob giving critique to everybody. Excellent. Good job. He's going to be
failed.
that guy.
I'm making everybody feel special.
The glorious one approved
All
of
three of
me.
us.
I feel vindicated.
Yes, for now.
Oh, boy.
I got a sense of right and wrong. But it's subjective.
You know he's going to be the one to try and kill you at least twice in this campaign, right?
As long as the word "try" is the key part, we're good.
I don't know. I still got unfinished business with you.
Another reference to another campaign where we had a battle between the gods.
Yes. And Vince is shaking his head sadly.
Dead silence. Yeah, that's all you're going to get here. All right. So this campaign is going to start. You guys are each coming to the main island of Arcadius. You just came into Port Lake, and you came in here, and you're going towards the main. Well, I shouldn't say the main city. It's one of the smaller cities called Lake Gate, and you're going there to seek some adventure, find some new friends. And in your case, you're going to hide because it's a small city. So everyone else's case, and you're just there because you're just seeking out something new to do in your life.
Fortunately, most people in the mainland don't know who I am. So
No, they have not. Not a lot of people have seen your type. Your type.
you people.
They haven't seen you people in this main land, but you're right now. You can see that there is a cart that is going to be heading towards Lake Gate, and the guy is getting ready to leave very shortly. He's charging 1 gold piece per ride to the town. If you'd like to, I should say not one. It's 1 silver piece. Excuse me, because we're using silver as the main.
Let's say, is that like 10 silver to get across?
Yeah, no. The silver is the main in this campaign. Gold is really rare at this point in this game. So if you'd like to get a ride, or you can walk, it's up to you.
These old bones need a ride.
So you pay him the 1 silver, Stephen, and you get on the cart. He takes the silver from you, and we'll be leaving shortly. Who's next?
I'm jumping on.
Silver, please.
You got it, sir.
He hands the silver. Perfect.
I'm walking.
You're walking. Of course, you're going to be that guy.
I'm walking too.
Oh, and you're that guy too. Okay.
Do you guys just need silver out? Spot you?
No, I'm good. I just prefer, being out and about.
How about
Oh,
you,
man.
miss? I'm more than happy to cover you.
Yeah, I'm fine. I like to be alone.
Okay.
So they're going to go be alone together.
Yes, they're going to be alone together. Well,
Reality
he
does your job.
warns you it is dangerous walking if you don't follow the path, so just try to stay onto the path, and he will graciously not go too fast just in case you guys need some help.
I appreciate that.
There are some bandits on the road. Be careful, is what he tells you as he waves you off and says, "Goodbye, sucker." So it's up to you guys what you want to do.
Go down the path.
All right. So we're traveling down the path. The cart is about, at this point, 50 to 100 yards in front of you, traveling really slowly because he's got donkey mules. Yeah. It's a very slow ride. In fact, probably walking would have been probably better at this point.
Ulfric's
wasting
taking a
money.
nap. He's moving and without having to move.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
It's the little things in life.
Nice breeze, warm day. Life is good.
Oh, okay. So the ride is pretty much, and walk is pretty much eventless. I'm probably looking for eventless. Along the way, and you finally make it to the town. It's a little town. Nothing big in this town. There's probably a couple huts and a bar, and then there is also there's an inn, there's a bar, and there's a couple places to get some food, armor, weapons, things like that. Just a small little average town. Where are y'all gonna go?
What time of day is it?
We'll call it just like 2-3 in the afternoon.
Okay, so we got some time to wander.
Time to wander around and play around.
Is there any sort of weaponsmith?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to go just check out the store.
Okay. You do notice a lot of people are looking at you and staring at you, Jacob, and then kind of when you look at them, they just turn away and like they're scared, kind of. Not really scared, but just not used to seeing you.
Right.
Now, I know you described who your character is, but what does your character look like? I'm not familiar with the race exactly.
Kishar, our cat.
Like Tabaxi cat or
Similar, but they're a lot more stoic. Think of cats in a Japanese feudal culture type of thing. That's why he's a samurai.
samurai cats?
Yeah, their homeland is very like Japan.
Okay.
So,
The more Thundercat, less Kitty Cat.
yes. But very big on grooming still. They like to wear the fancier their decorations on their armor and their fur and everything else, the higher of rank they are. My guy is actually decently decked out. It's got chainmail. It's got all the fancy little things. The fur is braided.
Way to stay incognito.
Right? Oh, he doesn't care about being incognito. He's glorious.
I got a better visual of him now.
Yes. So he walks, very erect, very proudly, bit arrogant, and just doesn't care about the people that cower away from him. And he's gonna walk to the general, to the weaponsmith, and doesn't care about those people, cowering away. They'll figure it out.
Okay, so you're heading to the weaponsmith. Old Humey, where are you heading to?
Something I forgot to mention is that my character has been having visions of a coming disaster. And so I'm out seeking a solution to this disaster that could bring ruin to my wolf pack. And so I will go to a tavern to try to figure out something about that.
Interesting. Okay. Steven?
It's time for a late lunch. I'm going to the tavern. Miss, do you mind if I join you?
It's already hitting on the old person in the morning.
No, I'm not hitting. I just noticed we're going the same direction.
You can walk next to me, I guess.
You'll get a little geriatric with it.
Gross old people sex.
And Dolan's tagging along the same place. Going to the tavern, see what contacts we can make.
All right, so tavern. Okay. I'll start with you since you're by yourself, Jacob. So you walk into the weaponsmith shop and you see a small. It's not a dwarf. It actually is a human. He's actually rather short. He's probably about a little over 5 foot. And he greets you with a big smile. He says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
I wanted to take a look at your wares. Particularly, I'm looking for possibly a new katana.
He looks at you a little confused. Katana? I'm not familiar with that blade.
Are you culturally inbred?
Culturally inbred? No, I'm just not familiar with that blade on these lands. May I see one and I could absolutely duplicate it?
I don't know if you can duplicate it.
Well, I could try.
And I take my katana off and I show him what it looks like.
He looks at it. He goes, And what would you like done here today, sir?
Do you have any way to maybe enchant this blade?
That would not be done by me, no. That would have to be done by a wizard or one of magical power.
I see. Do you have anyone that you know that would be able to do that?
Yes, in the main capital, there is a Red Wizard's Robe guild there in Summerbend, and they will be able to help you.
But it would be in the main capital?
Yes, main capital. That's quite a distance away from here, though. Probably
All right.
2-3 day ride.
Very well. Thank you. And I walk off.
Have a nice day. Where are you heading now?
I guess I'll head to the tavern.
Tavern. Okay, so you'll be there in a little bit.
Yep.
Inside the tavern, it's there's a bard singing up there, singing some good songs. I can't remember your bard's name from the other camp. Saren. That's it. Yeah, it's Saren. His name is Saren. You see, he's doing his one-man act up there. He's pretty good. You think you like him?
Doesn't have his follower?
No follower. Just him by himself with a tambourine. He's going to town.
Nice.
The bartender is a little dwarven woman with a large beard twisted into 2 little things to the side, little bands to the side. And she says, "How can I help you?" I'm not Scottish, whatever, but I do bad accents. That's all. I got to differentiate these characters somehow. Leave me alone.
Aye, laddie.
Aye. Now she says, "How can I help you?"
Bread, meat, and drinks.
Sorry.
Bread, meat, and some drinks.
Oh, some bread. Okay. She gives you a loaf of bread.
And drinks. And
Oh,
meat.
I'm sorry. She signals to somebody across the room, and they bring in some meat and bring you a cup of water.
Just start making a
All
sandwich.
right, he starts making a sandwich. And James, what are you up to?
Ordering an ale. Like something good to drink. What do you have that's not your normal fare?
She says, "Give me a moment," and she comes back with a bottle with 3 X's on it. She puts it down in front of you and she says, "I'd be careful with that."
It's going to be hot.
All right.
It's hot.
We'll pour a shot of that.
Okay. She says, "You can have the whole bottle. It will cost you 5 silver."
Deal.
Okay.
And then curious as to happenings in and around the town. We're new and maybe passing through, but we may have some time.
Are you together?
We travel this direction generally together.
You walk in, Jacob, and you could see your former traveling partner at the bar alongside of his other friends just chatting along. Are you going to join them?
Just, walk in their general direction, give them a nod.
Go brood in the corner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I figured so. They come over and they hand you a cup of water and some bread. Unless you want something else.
That is much appreciated.
Okay. So you asked for happenings around town, pretty much?
Yes.
And she said, "Well, we do have some type of infestation going on in our basement. We can't seem to figure out where it's coming from and why it's happening. But if you'd like to take a look, I mean, you can have free board for a month."
Gentlemen, ladies. Interested?
Ladies? Wait, ladies? Wait. I see one lady.
Well, somebody else is bound to take offense then.
One lady, and she's rather hairy, so.
I've been called worse.
So you're deciding while taking your drink right now, and I'm going to jump over to old Humey, who is silent at the moment, standing there dazed.
I would be asking about this vision, but I was leaving it up to you what it would be based upon your campaign.
That we have to talk a little bit more about outside of game.
Yeah.
So a vision of destruction in the end.
I would be asking about that.
Well, I don't think the bartender would know much about it. So,
Okay.
well, I mean, you could probably go to the main capital and talk to one of the soothsayers there. They might be able to help you.
Thank you for your help.
I'm not going to get over the voice. I don't know. It's just the voice is great.
Yeah. So what sort of infestation is this?
You talking from across the room?
Yes. All right. So what sort of infestation is this?
We're not quite sure. Every time someone goes down there, they come back with a big bite mark on their arm.
They say what bit them?
I'm sorry?
They say what bit them?
They keep saying this disgusting creature dressed in green.
Dressed in green. I'm interested.
I'm curious. Is there any kind of compensation for taking on clearing out the infestation?
Aside from the month
you
of
said-
free board.
Other than the free month of
Work with me here.
Oh, so you're extorting more from me. Wonderful.
Extorting. That'd be a
How I
strong
can throw
word.
on free meals as well.
Deal.
I think we're committed.
Way to barter.
I guess the leader has spoken for you.
Well, this is a good sandwich.
It's stale bread and meat. It's a good sandwich.
It's the best I've had in a bit.
meat.
Should try my cooking.
It's like bologna equivalent if you can make it back then. But
Again, you should see Ulfric's cooking skills.
how dare you? No, I'm kidding. So what do y'all want to do now? You want to head right down to the basement? Do you want to just chill out for a little while and look around?
I'm marching straight down.
Has anybody here actually been bit by this thing? That's here.
Yes. She says, I have. And she shows you her arm, and she sees there's a big gash on her arm, but it's kind of healed at this point. So it's just kind of more like a scratch.
Oh, can I try and do a medicine check to see if it looks humanoid or
Yes.
more bestial?
Yes.
That's an 18 plus 5, 23.
That's perfect. It is definitely not humanoid. It is a creature of some sort because the jagged edges on her arm, where the bite mark would be, it's kind of like a shark almost.
I'm staying at the door looking annoyed because nobody's come with me.
Did you
Oh,
suffer?
wait, are you doing the cat near the door?
Yep. Just keep looking back and forth. Looking at them, looking at the door, looking at them, looking at the door.
Did you suffer any ill effects when you were bitten?
Ill effects. No. I was just a little bit under the weather for a little while. That's about it.
Less talky, more killy.
I'll go try to see what the animal is.
What do you want to roll?
No, go with him. I mean, I gotta go see it first.
Visually see what the animal is.
I thought you wanted to see the bite. I'm sorry.
See what an animal that dresses in green.
Who else is going?
Oh, absolutely.
I like how he's so patiently waiting at the door. Meow.
I just keep looking back and forth, annoyed, tail flicking.
Everybody's going, all right?
Yep.
All right, good. You open the door, you're walking down to the basement. It is very cold as soon as you walk the first couple of steps and head down to the basement. It's unusually cold.
Is this basement refrigerated?
No, it is not.
Is there lighting down there?
There is minimal lighting, but there are some candles that are burning down there. You probably have to get a torch going or something better
I
than
got
that.
dark vision, I'm fine.
Can't see really specifics though.
No,
Yeah.
no, unfortunately. And with the candles, it kind of screws things up too. So
Light a torch.
you light a torch. You see some rats scurry away from some of the kegs of ale and wine kegs, things like that.
I look at them very interestedly.
The rats? Oh, yes, of course you do. They sensed you and they ran. Yeah.
Yes. A predator's afoot.
Yes. So tell me exactly what you were doing because we're going to be rolling initiative real shortly.
Yeah, I was looking around for, whatever it may be.
Are you going first?
Uh,
How do we want to do the
give
order?
me a search or
Perception.
Perception.
perception. Thank you.
All right. I rolled a 3, and I've got an extra 3 on that, so 6, which means I screwed the pooch.
You were too busy looking at the rats going, Anyone else want to do a quick perception?
Were you
I'll be
next
looking.
since you had the torch?
7 plus
It
6.
doesn't really.
So 13.
You didn't notice anything unusual.
I got all these tall people in front of me. I can't see diddly.
You could try anyway.
That's a 19. 16 plus 3.
Apparently, you looked under old Humey's legs and you see some slime on the ground.
Watch your step there.
What are you doing under Miss Old Humey's legs?
Get out of there.
He's pointing down the ground. You guys could see some green slime on the ground. It just repulses everybody
Ugh.
I think I lost my appetite.
as he's eating a sandwich. I can imagine him walking with his sandwich, just
Yeah.
chewing.
I'm
don't know.
making sure I don't step in it because I don't want to have to clean it off later.
You mean lick it off your paws?
Yes.
I'll start to advance. I've pulled my rapier, but I'm not going to get out in front of our big leader there.
Glorious one.
I ain't stepping in the slime. You crazy?
It's just a
step
spot.
around it.
It's just a spot. You can step around it. It's
okay.
fine.
All right.
I just bet there was just some slime on the ground.
All
That's
right.
all.
I am stepping far around the slime.
Okay, so as you're getting further and deeper into the basement, you can hear some clicking noises coming from the far back basement. There's a door. Yeah, like a.
Everybody hears that, right?
I would say is it like spidery? I think. Like spider clicking mandibles type thing.
If that's the case, keep an eye up on the ceiling.
Good call. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find the source of the clicking.
It's coming from behind one of the doors. As you move forward, there is a door in front of you.
I'm gonna draw both of my swords, the katana and the wakizashi, and stand ready. And I'll say to our dwarven friend, "Go ahead and open the door."
And before you do that, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. See if I can communicate with it.
with
Words.
no. What are you casting? You're casting it on yourself. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay, so you cast speak with animals on yourself. I'm sorry, I thought you were casting it on something. I was
No, on me. Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, you're fine. You cast it and you're ready to go.
Hello. Who's there? No answer.
What are you?
Actually, something does answer you. It's me,
What's your name?
Ratso.
Oratso. Why you biting people down here?
I'm just an innocent rat.
Then, could you vacate the premises, please? The owner of this establishment does not appreciate you down here.
Okay.
If you don't, we're gonna have to remove you.
I'm sorry. You see a rat run past you.
He just spoke to a rat.
I was,
They don't appreciate them either.
I was kind of wondering what he was doing, or she was doing at first.
Dr. Ratso, the rock and roll rat.
Yeah, all you hear out of old Humey's mouth is squeak, 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 squeak.
Okay, then.
Get ready to kill something.
You gonna open the door?
Yep.
All right.
Behind the door, give the nod. I
Yep.
open it.
Okay, so inside here, we will be rolling initiative shortly, but what you do see is it looks like a woman, an older woman dressed in green, crouched down and she's chewing on something. And it's just, you hear that kind
Older
of noise.
woman. Interesting.
And she turns around and she's this disgusting look. She looks old, decrepit. Think Evil Dead when they went down in the cellar, that old woman demon thing. You all
So,
remember
what do
that,
the
right?
teeth look like? Can you see that?
Sharp, shark-like teeth.
Hmm.
And she jumps up and leaps as soon as she sees you. So let's roll initiative. And for those listening out there, we'll be doing a side-based initiative to quicken things up a little bit. So we're rolling a D6. You could find that in the DMG for these rules. And I'll be moving it around the table. And the person who's rolling will be adding their initiative modifier to that die. So unfortunately, when it gets to Steven's turn, it's going to suck. So
Yes. You have the old guy here.
go ahead.
7.
And I got a 4. So you can go first. Starting with you. You have plenty of room to run at her and attack if you'd like.
No, I would not like to attack. I will hold my action and make room for the big guys to get in.
Appreciate that. I'm going in, swords ablazing.
Okay, so tell me what you're doing and roll it up.
But how far away is she?
10 feet away. You can easily get to her and attack at the same time.
Let's do it. Both weapons.
Do it.
All right. So the first one here is going to be the katana. And seriously, okay, I shouldn't have bought these dice. I rolled a 3 with a +5, so that's an 8.
Swing and a miss.
Yep, swing and a miss. So now we're gonna go with the wakizashi.
Miss.
17 +5.
That's a hit.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 1d6 +3 for the damage, slashing type damage. I rolled a 6 +3, so 9 damage.
Nice.
Yes. At least I did something right.
Miss Humey. I mean, old Humey.
Miss old human.
I will cast Thorn Whip. So I'll make melee spell attack. And that's probably going to be a miss 5. Yeah,
Total.
5.
That's a miss. Steven, with your old madness.
My old madness. Viana bless my allies and protect them in this time of need. Blessed, blessed, blessed.
So you're casting Blessed on the entire party.
I can do.
And blessed does what?
You get to add a d4 to an attack roll or saving throw.
Nice.
Let me see how many people it is again. Up to 3 creatures, so yes, you 3.
Awesome. Hey, that's a really good spell considering our party. Nobody has to get left out.
And you were holding an action?
I was. And so now I will rush forward and make use of my sneak attack to take a hit in. And I rolled a 11.
Add a d4 to that.
Oh.
I did.
Shnikes.
So you missed.
So you like came out of the shadows like and then you like trip and whoops. No, that'd be a 1.
I was actually hoping to scare her with the torch.
No, you missed. Everybody's actions have gone,
Yes.
correct? Okay. So the hag, after dodging one of your attacks, getting stabbed with another, and missing your thorn whip, and missing your sneak attack, she jumps onto the ceiling and then
Called it.
jumps onto the floor and disappears.
Wait, jumps on the ceiling, then jumps on the floor, and then disappears.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
That is some Evil Dead stuff right there.
G-pop. Back around the table. We'll just starting with Jacob now. Actually, we'll roll initiative again. Jacob, it's your turn to roll initiative.
All right. That's a D6, you said?
Yes.
Plus my initiative?
Yes.
7.
You go first.
Awesome. That is as high as I can get on my initiative. So. I don't know what to do, though. Because we don't even see her, right?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to hold my action for now and see if my other party members can find where she is.
Old Humey?
Can you do like a perception and look around?
Yeah, I'll try a perception
she
just to see her
disappeared,
because
so
can't do anything. 18 plus 6, 24.
what I wouldn't give for cyber eyes right now.
Do add your investigation.
Okay, so then it's just straight 18.
Miss. You don't see anything at all.
Okay.
Steven?
It's gotta suck to roll an 18 and not get anything from it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'll just look around as well. There's really not much I can do on this. That's a 5. So I think she's in the dirt.
I will take my torch and kind of toss it to where she was standing out in front of
I was
us.
thinking about attacking the spot where she disappeared.
And then I'm going to back away to closest wall.
The torch lands onto the ground and nothing happens. And you're just going to back against the wall just to make sure she can't get to your back, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Gotcha. Jacob, you're back to you since you were holding your action.
Yeah, where she was, where she bounced up and down that area. I want to kind of sweep my sword through the air near the ceiling to see if she's maybe up there.
Smart.
Okay, give me investigation for that one.
Shit, I've got it. And I just tossed my dice on the floor, so give me just 1 second. Here we go.
It's okay. It's been rolling nothing but 3s.
Pretty much. Okay, 7.
Improvement.
And it's definitely an improvement. But no, you swipe through the air, nothing happens.
Yeah.
You all hear a familiar voice coming from the stairs, and you see it's the woman who owns the bar. She's coming down the stairs. She goes, "Hey, what's going on? I hear some noise going down here."
We better get to her.
Obviously, you sent us down here to fight some rodents.
She just looks at you really weird, like, and
Oh, do you think we were just set up?
I don't know. I'm not the best person to ask that.
I'm going to start still looking around the room that we're in, through the door we've gone.
she comes down to the middle of the room. She goes, "What's going on down here? I keep hearing all this ruckus."
I'm gonna move near her just in case she gets attacked.
Gotcha. Okay.
Something's tingling, and Ulfric's like been there and done that since, and he's keeping an eye on her because this isn't a rodent. This was a hag in her basement.
But why would she send us down here?
It was a trap.
Well, and she was bit by it, so she's seen it, and to some degree should know why she's surprised now that we're down here.
I am surprised she's coming down here when we're dealing with it. That is weird. So yeah,
You want to give a roll of anything? You want to check anything
I'm
out?
gonna do
or-
an insight on her real quick because, like I said, this is tingling in the back of my mind. That's an 18 plus 5 for insight, so another 23.
Okay, so while you're speaking to her and you're kind of walking around suspiciously, you kind of get a glance of an image, like a glamour spell fade, and then you see the old hag, and then you see the woman again.
Oh, bloody hells. Can I do an attack as a free action?
Yeah, no, she doesn't. It'd be kind of a surprise right now. So
Gonna Sacred Flame at her. DC 13 dex save, I believe.
dex save. Okay.
And we're all like, the hell are you doing?
Yes, she did pass.
Okay, well then just basically Spark of Divine Fire near her, but didn't actually damage.
And she just goes, What are you doing? Oh my god.
Glamour! I point at the mirror.
He is glamorous.
Now you're just being dumb.
And everybody looks at Jacob.
And glorious.
And
I
Jacob-
pointed at the mirror.
As Jacob is going. No audience, but he's still doing it.
Oh, so glorious.
Also glorious, yes.
She's the hag.
She says, well, I mean, no, I'm not good looking, but God, I'm better looking than that. Pointing at old Humey.
I am beautiful, thank you very much.
You really are.
Your voice changed.
I'm looking very confused right now. I'm kind of edging away towards her, but I'm not attacking yet because I don't quite understand what he's getting at.
Oh, bloody hell.
Steven, what are you
I'll cast
doing?
Shillelagh on my
What am I doing?
quarterstaff and attacker.
Yeah, in game, asking, what are you doing?
She
17 plus 6.
That's a hit.
D8.
No.
No, D10.
Character asking.
Oh, Ulfric's his name.
Ulfric.
Some cards there if you guys need to write notes or anything. Feel free to use it.
Checking spell real quick.
Sure, yeah. Just get your damage together and
That would be 6 damage.
6 damage. Good job.
Yeah, killed my Biddy.
And you see you hit her with it, and she just goes, ah, and she turns back into the hag,
Called it.
and she just immediately wants to attack you, but we're going to roll initiative, so it goes to David now.
Makes sense.
Wasn't expecting that.
4 plus 2. 6.
You're going first. Go ahead.
If I get to go again, I'll go ahead and
Yeah,
attack
you
her
do.
again.
That's how it works.
All right. D14.
That is,
And your
Blessed.
D4 for plus
16.
16.
and that is a miss.
She's quick.
Steer right too.
I'm just gonna try and swing at her with my warhammer. What do you do for nat ones?
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Wow.
You got to get at least the first, and it might as well be me.
Now things have gotten interesting.
So you rolled a natural 1. So roll me again. And roll it inside the box, please.
17 for that one.
That's fine. Your hammer goes flying across the room and it breaks one of the wine barrels. And there's wine all over the floor now, getting across your paws.
Well, that'll be fun to groom later.
Yeah.
That sandwich was really greasy, guys.
Right.
By the old gods. I'm swinging. Jumping in with a rapier.
Did you say by the old gods?
Yes, he did.
Well, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18 is a hit.
Excellent.
Gods.
And it was my sneak attack because she's engaged with another character already. Do 10 points of damage.
Take a nice chunk off of her. She squeals.
And
The glorious one is now up. He's raising his paws, asking for people to cheer for him. Nobody cheers.
aw.
I should make some type of mechanic for you. If people cheer in the group, you get like a bonus or something like that.
Totally.
That should be a mechanic we should work on.
Maybe next session we can add something.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Have your own cheer group with you all the time.
The glorious mechanic.
Oh, God. Is this Saren 2.0?
Yes. Well, worse. Roll your 2 hit.
All right. So we're going to go with the katana first, of course. Woo! 19, 20, 25.
You hit.
Oh, yeah. And so I'm going to do 1d8 plus 3. Let me find my 8 here. And
The glorious one is looking
jeez.
for his dice at the moment.
I got
folks.
it. D8 is rolling. We got a 5 plus 3, so we've got 8 damage off that.
8 damage.
Yep. And now we're going to go with the wakizashi. And, well, Things have gotten interesting again.
What'd you roll?
1.
Oh no.
Not
All
one.
right, give me another roll, please.
Yes, sir. 14.
That's fine. Your Wakasashi, I believe, was the attack that one. That goes flying across the room and stabs one of the barrels, and that is now leaking beer everywhere, or ale, I should say.
Oh, what a waste to go to ale.
Yes,
can't
you're
believe I did
sad.
that.
A tear goes down your side of your cheek, Stephen. And everyone has gone, I believe. Yes.
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 Oh, okay.
That was not glorious.
Nobody saw that. Don't worry.
We,
Only all of us.
Need to get you a set of dice that's like kind of like a gold shininess for glorious.
These are sort of, but yeah, I need some.
Kind of
very
dice like
glorious.
these metallic dice, but gold colored only.
I'm gonna look on the internet, see if I can find the most glorious dice imaginable.
These
for
are,
this podcast where nobody can see them.
Yeah. These dice actually are skull splitter dice. If you want to look them up, they are pretty good deals.
James just has a million of the name brand.
James will bring you a selection of metal dice to choose
That's right.
from.
James actually
Oh.
is kind of like a, I don't know, I want to say dealer of dice, but
He could be now. Yes, he has
Are
30.
you gonna be my dealer?
I have 30 pounds of metallic dice.
do you have any gold ones?
I absolutely do.
Oh, I could see the glorious one having gold dice. Great.
Yes.
So I rolled a 2, and that'd
Also
be
cool would be
old
chrome
Humey.
dice.
Chrome
No,
dice.
it's his roll for initiative.
No, he rolled 2 to attack.
Attack.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm
okay.
attacking. I'm trying to do it fairly. That's all.
Gotcha.
So I'm attacking you, David. It's the hag's turn. So your armor class,
13.
and she does misses you by 1. So initiative time. I believe now it is Steven rolling initiative, or is it
Well,
Steven?
this is the tough one here.
Oh, so we don't keep the same initiative going?
No.
Oh, that would have been so much better for all of us. All right, 4 minus 1 is 3.
This is the one time I'm probably going to beat you guys. So she's going first, and she's going to attack James. Your armor class, please.
17.
And she misses you. So going around the table, we'll start with
You have a 17.
Steven.
I'm lacking a Warhammer, so what I'll do is another Sacred Flame, so if she could please make a DC 13 deck save.
Natural 20.
If she could just please ignore what I said a moment ago.
James.
We'll be continuing on sweeping the legs with the rapier.
Did he say sweep the leg?
He did. And he rolled a 20.
That is a hit.
I think there's some interference. out
Not
there
a
from
nat
Hag's
20,
magic.
Not a nat 20.
Modified 20.
And he will do 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. She is bleeding very badly now.
Oh, Vince, I'm sorry. Sacred Flame, but as my movement kind of go towards Warhammer kind of went flying.
Yes, that's fine. You can go pick it up and retrieve it. I'll allow that.
Okay.
You may slip though.
In
Jacob?
beer, so you may
Want
not
to guess
get
what
up.
I'm about to do?
Drink it off the ground.
No, go ahead and tell
Don't
me.
let fall.
A
Leave me
glorious
alone.
katana slash.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
knew
my
it.
wakizashi is still and it's stuck in my barrel.
Yeah,
You're
stuck in
making
a-
a trademark, aren't you? Just a catchphrase.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just stealing it from Bobby Roode. So.
He's just stealing from a wrestler. That's all.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. But it's worth stealing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's roll. You gotta be shitting me. Oh,
That's fine.
yeah. Rolled another 1.
You rolled a 1.
That's-
Roll me a dice again, please.
I am burning these dice.
Roll
The
again,
$10
please.
was not worth.
So you're rolling a bunch of 3s. A 7 was your highest, and
14. But that's the same exact roll I had before.
The katana now goes inside one of the ale barrels, and there's now more ale spilling across the ground.
what are you doing?
Steven, give me a dexterity save, please.
3.
You, as you're going to run and pick up your hammer in a hurry, you slip and fall, and you take 1 point of damage as your head bashes against the ground.
You know,
Ay, vey.
As a katana goes flying past you, hits the barrel, and splash right in front of you.
I was enjoying a good sandwich like 15 minutes ago.
The sandwich is now floating next to you,
There will be other sandwiches.
and he eats. Oh, that is gross. He eats the sandwich.
Now it's like wine and beer soaked sandwich.
And
like that.
flavor.
finally, old Humey can go now.
Attack on my shillelagh. It's a 20.
Much
adjusted.
better.
Modified 20, perfect. Go again. Your damage, please.
7 damage.
7 damage, and she's reeling, and she's kind of stumbling back and forth as if she wants to die, but she's not dying just yet. But she's going to go.
Praying for death.
Oh, you again. I'm sorry, James.
At least he's got that high AC.
Hey, I've already gotten my licks in. It's good.
Before you kill her, go with like some quip like, you bit off more than you could chew.
17.
That would be a hit.
That's a hit. And the damage for that is a lot.
Remember, at level 1,
Enjoy
a
your
love
sandwich.
tap
You're
can
getting-
kill you.
Enjoy your sandwich. You're
8
getting ready to
points
work.
of damage.
Oh,
I was so proud of the character I made once.
How you
I took
doing?
a spear to the face.
well, there's 8 point left.
So you have more than half.
I would have like 99%.
Give me a Constitution save, please. As she scratches you with her claws.
Modified 20.
Modify 20. That's perfect. As she scratches you with both claws, you start to almost pass out, and you fall forward a tiny bit, but then just kind of grab your composure, and you gain a hit point back.
All right.
So it's not so bad. You're still alive.
2.
Initiative.
All
Now
right,
goes
we're back to
James.
James, yep.
7.
I rolled my highest to a 6. Go ahead.
So proud for a moment.
I'm never really going to beat you guys unless I add my own bonuses, which I'm not really going to do.
Or it's my turn.
No, it's your turn, yeah.
What can you do?
What can I do? I'm going to gain vengeance for a pair of claws and stab her in the chest with a 15.
A miss. Meh, meh, meh.
You're weaponless, my friend.
The glorious one, who is weaponless right now.
The glorious one is going to charge her and like pull her off of him because she's still scratching him. Right?
Grapple?
Yes, like athleticism type.
Superman punch?
Not Roman Reigns, sir.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Boo!
Yeah. Even gets booed in a podcast that nobody knows. Nobody knows who he is except for those very few people.
Yeah.
So you're just going to go grab her and wrestle. Okay, so give me a dexterity roll, please, with your bonus. Actually, I'll do strength.
I thought this would be an athletics roll.
Yeah, that works, actually,
Yeah.
right.
All right. So 12 plus 7. So, yeah, 20.
Okay, you have a
not
hold
20,
of her.
Sorry, 19.
You definitely have a hold of her right now.
And I'm going to hold her to the ground.
Okay, you're wrestling her to the ground.
Yeah.
So let's.
Still real to me, damn it.
It's real to all of us, my friend. So this is a new round, so a new initiative. Who we going? It was now Jacob initiative.
Yep.
1.
5.
Wait.
We didn't go.
We didn't go.
Oh, you guys didn't go? I'm
Oh.
sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, you're right.
Ooh, 1.
Wow, we're getting a lot of ones in this first
Roll
round.
that one
Double
again,
one
sir.
there. Jeez.
13.
Okay, you're fine. Your weapon,
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh, does go flying across the room, and just to add insult to injury, hits Steven in the head.
Ulfric.
So damage?
No damage. I'm not gonna torture him with that damage. Laying on the ground, old man.
Eating a sandwich.
Should've
Eating
just
a sandwich.
passed the
No,
turn at this
no.
point.
Grab the warhammer from that. Get up.
It's
I
sticky.
see he's clawed pretty bad, so as a bonus action, I will throw a healing word at him, which is a D4. Right. That thing bounced out of the dice tray.
There are dice literally jumping.
All right, so you get 5 hit points back because it's as a life domain cleric. I get 2 plus the spell level, and then the D4, so you get 5 hit points back.
Thank you, sir.
That's the bonus action. Primary action. Can I actually still get up to her and hit her with the warhammer at this point?
You might hit Jacob though, because he is grappling her to the ground, wrestling her.
I can't bop her on the head.
You could try.
I will try and bop her on the head. A 16 hit?
No,
No.
you miss. They're wrestling around, and you just kind of swipe and miss.
At least I healed you.
We're all good, sir.
And actually, it goes back around to you guys again because we already rolled initiative, which was already done. Jacob, go ahead.
I'm going to punch her in the face. Though I'm actually not sure what damage my punches do.
It's going to be a strength. That's
Yeah,
all.
okay.
He could.
Claw damage? Is it?
Actually, you have claws.
Oh, yeah, I do have claws. You're right.
Good job, cat.
Yeah.
A razor sharp necks.
New character, you know how it goes. So, yeah, I do 1d6 slashing, and they have...
Ooh, try and slit her throat with your claws.
Yeah, actually, that sounds perfect. So, we'll do that, and... 11.
No, you do not slice her neck.
Sad.
Old Humey's talking? Oh, sorry. Old Humey, go ahead.
I will, since I don't have my shillelagh, I'll use a thorn whip. And 8.
That is a miss.
All right, same thing Ulfric tried last time. I'm going to bop her on the head. This dice tray is spring-loaded. Okay, that's an 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, so Warhammer D8 plus 1. That's 5 points of damage.
And you splatter her head everywhere, and she dies. And blood and guts get all over the cat.
Oh,
Oh.
excellent.
That was revenge for the ale. I offer you my head to help you up.
Didn't you spill wine everywhere?
Adds flavor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to get up and go get my swords. Clean
Search,
them off, put them back.
I'll search the nag.
You know, boys, I'm thinking, does this mean we don't get free board and rent?
It may mean we own the place.
Hey, idea.
I think there are laws against killing
Now
the
we
owners of an
retire
establishment.
and run our inn.
She was evil, though.
End of campaign.
The end.
And they lived the rest of their days in comfort.
These are the days of their lives. As the sands of time go through the hourglass of their lives, they are.
I think the young in there has a good idea. Let's look around here and find out what the heck she was doing.
You go into the room where she was crouched over, and you do see what appears to be a young girl that she was eating.
Dead? Yeah,
Oh yeah, long dead.
that's a shame.
Is there anything to cover her body or anything like a cloth or...
You see some actual like tarp blankets down there.
This is truly foul.
Is there anything else in the room?
Anything on the hag or
On the hag, no, she doesn't have anything except some green robes.
I do wonder why she would have all four of us go down here at the same time. You would think she would try and separate us or something like that.
Well, with the way we fight, maybe she thought she could take us.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say a silent prayer for this
So I
young
guess she
one.
bit herself. It's interesting.
or did she?
Or she
Are there
was
other
bit
doors?
by something else.
I guess we haven't been up yet, so we don't know if it was just the creature trying to imitate the tavern owner or not, or
It was
if
a
it's actually
glamour.
the tavern
I saw it
owner.
in the mirror.
Yeah. But I'm talking about, was the tavern owner actually in glamour the whole... Was it the hag in glamour the whole time, or was she just glamoring off of the tavern owner who she saw and bit?
The girl that we just covered, was the barmaid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was pretty much taking over and then probably sending whoever she
Oh
wanted
no,
down there.
it's a young woman. The woman that owns the place is an older woman.
Oh.
We should probably go upstairs and see what the actual situation is.
Yeah. Are there any other doors downstairs?
No, there was just that one door. That was a storage area. There is some various like food down here, but non-perishable stuff.
Well, anybody need some jerky? Hardtack?
We'll reload my supplies.
So you take enough to reload your supplies. Go ahead and put down 2 days worth of rations. We'll say.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
You know that
sure.
jerky may not exactly be beef or pork, right?
And I'll retrieve my shillelagh.
It's full of ale.
You might want to empty that out.
It's hollow. Use it to drink with.
It tastes pretty good mixed with wine.
It's a feature.
So everyone's heading back upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
We
Just him by himself. Or when he pushes everyone out of the way and goes upstairs. I could just see that happening.
And when we were looking around the hag's lair and stuff, all we saw was just the foods and the victim. Okay.
Heading back upstairs, you see the busy bustle of the tavern, and you see the woman behind the bar. Oh, you done yet?
Just nod.
That's our gore-covered feline friend. Walks by.
We're like
yes,
covered
we're
in
done.
gore and everything else.
That was a big rat.
I didn't say it was rats. I said it was an infestation.
Infestation
I called it
of
a rat.
creature. Nasty business.
Well, it's done.
There's
There's
Yeah,
a
the-
bath in the back if you'd like.
appreciate that. But there is a young woman down there that was being eaten. You might want to see if you recognize her.
Oh. And she heads down the stairs.
Watch out for the slime on the stairs.
You hear a thud.
You did hear I did try to warn her.
Yeah.
A few minutes later, she comes back up rather upset, and she says, well, thank you for solving what was going on down there, and I appreciate it. As promised, free room and board for a month with food.
Excellent.
Do you know who that woman was?
Yes, it was the mayor's daughter.
Oh, wow.
That's going to have repercussions.
That's terrible. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get clean.
Terrible. Yeah. Okay. So you go in the back and you start washing up and everything. That's going to take you probably a good hour to wash the fur and
Yep. Groom and braid and all that.
all the bowl. Yeah.
I'm probably not far behind because I'm covered in beer, wine, and
Get
whatever.
your own bath.
I'm not going to share the bathtub with you.
No, there's room for multiple baths back there. So you don't have to share. It's not like a sharing bath. It's not like the bucket in the middle of the room. But
It's like the Maverick baths. Like, you got yours, I got mine.
so everybody's all cleaned up. They're all ready to go. She hands each of you 2 keys and she says there's 2 rooms and that's all I can spare.
Fair enough.
So, and there's 1 bed in each room, unfortunately. You make do how you make do.
Which one of you snores the least?
You, I don't know.
I've never woken myself up.
In the
I
bathtub.
think I'm gonna room with you, James.
Works for me.
All right.
Oh, so you're going to make an old man sleep on the floor, huh?
With an old woman.
She gets the bed.
Yeah.
I'll curl up in the corner.
I don't think she cares about beds too much.
Nah. I also didn't take a bath.
She also didn't really care, so.
Maybe I should clarify and pull out like a wedding band thing. I'm taking miss. I'm sorry.
Not
He has a wedding band?
interested.
Okay, so
She passed away.
Oh, you don't have to whisper, you know.
Okay, she passed, but yeah, he
It was a
carries
secret.
it on here because it's kind of
is
hard
a
to wear
secret from
a
all
ring
of
with the
our
gauntlet in hand,
listeners.
kind of thing.
It's like my grandmother speaking, you know. That person was dirty. She was dirty. It's like, I don't know. Yeah.
She was a
No, she was a hooah. I love that one even better.
2.5 men.
So- You go to your rooms for the night. It is now, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock. You're all exhausted from the day at hand. You or James especially, because you're kind of been wounded and healed. So you're back to full.
No, I'm not.
Okay. If you take the full night's rest without any getting up or wandering around, you'll have full hit points back
Okay.
when you wake up.
That will-
Is anybody
no
watching?
getting up and going to the bathroom.
Yes, you can't. You can't do an old man have to go to the bathroom at 2 a.m.
My guy's 19. I'm good. I'm the young one.
You said you're more comfortable actually on the floor because I guess the wolf pack thing.
Yes.
I won't argue.
I'll curl up in front of the door.
Okay. Anybody watching or anything, or you just want to go to sleep and call it a night?
I feel
Ulfric's
decently
an old
safe
man who just had a little bit of adventure. He's sleeping quite loudly in the bed. You could probably hear him from the room over.
here. I'm really glad I chose you.
Sounds like home.
Roll perception.
Oh God. That's going to be 7.
You hear Steven's character snoring even with a 7 through the walls. You hear, and you hear a little. Oh yeah. It's a dream.
Pillow
Cat- dog
over
dream.
head. I might try and smother myself.
Everybody roll perception, please, because you're in the middle of the night. You're sleeping.
Okay.
Nat 20.
8.
19.
21.
And if you add the skill modifier, it's 23.
That's fine. Stephen, you actually are woken up because you have to go to the bathroom. No, I'm kidding.
That would make sense.
No, you're sleeping, and all of a sudden you hear a noise. Old Humey, you also hear that same noise. You not so much because you're in the other room.
I'll stare and see what it is.
Investigate the sound while kind of leaning towards where I have the warhammer leaned
You
against the bed.
both open your eyes and peek, and you see a man dressed in a silver robe stepping into the room.
The door was locked for a reason.
He freezes. Oh, is this not my room? And he goes back out the window and runs.
A window.
I cast Entangle before he gets out.
What's the...
It's a strength save throw.
Is there a DC involved?
DC 14.
You nailed him with the entangle. He's like, ah.
If you wanted to look at my bits, you could have just asked. Break into my room.
So is this dude like halfway out the window, but he's like wrapped and he's all like, this is really awkward.
Yeah.
I'll hold the warhammer up to his chin. What's your name?
He doesn't answer.
I push it a little more. Name?
Intimidate?
14 plus 1, 15.
He says, my name is Thomas.
All
And
right.
he sounds like he's really scared.
All right, Thomas.
In fact, you start to smell something.
All right, Thomas. Might want to wash that afterwards. What was your purpose? Are you just here to rob us?
Yes.
I'm going to give a quick insight to that. I believe you. It was a 3.
You believe him, all right.
Don't you take kindly to thieves.
Old Humey, what are you up to?
I'll let him deal with it. I stopped it. It's my goal.
You did. Good job.
She's like, this is my entertainment for the night.
All right, Thomas. You're going to stay there until we get the local authority on you.
We're going to play a little game.
Now it's the... Never mind.
All right. You got this?
Yeah.
All right. And I will, like, if he's literally entangled, going to go out the door, bang on the barmaid. It's like, get the
You're
local...
going to bang on the boarding? Wow!
No, like the door. Or whoever the innkeeper's
That's what I
door.
heard too.
That's probably what I said.
That was a good short
Bang on
rest.
the bar.
Not my intention.
She opens her. What? It's the middle of the night. I'm trying to sleep.
We got thieves breaking into our rooms. We got one tied up right now.
Okay. She comes and follows you, and she says, oh, Thomas.
Okay, not helping the situation. You hire thieves to break into our rooms?
No. He's a local boy that likes to sneak into rooms, and he's been in trouble multiple times, and this is yet another time.
Called it. You wanted to see my bits.
You're obsessed with this.
Well, he's sleeping in his underclothes. It's not like he's wearing all that much. I don't sleep in chainmail.
Still.
If you release him, I'll make sure the authorities get to him.
Let me check
Does
my
his pounding on the door wake us
Yeah,
up in our room?
yeah,
Okay.
that would actually wake you up.
All right.
All right, well, let me check my stuff. Make sure you didn't actually take anything. I mean, boys will be boys.
Come in just my clothes. I'm not wearing armor, obviously.
And I'll do a look around. I don't have much, just my basics.
For those coming into the room, you see a man in silver robes and young, probably like 15, 16 years old, entangled
What's happening here?
inside and outside the window, kind of.
Come in the night.
Those are terrible robes to be thieving in. So bright.
He brings up a good point.
I'll speak to, you said the older man's in silver robes? Or the boy?
The 16-year-old, right?
16 boy.
Yeah.
I'll speak to him in a thieves' cant to see if he responds.
What are you saying to
with,
him?
why are you in our rooms?
He just looks at you confused.
Okay.
What was that?
just singing a little song to him.
Okay.
And continue on with, is there something you're looking for? He's still in Thieves' Camp.
He just looks at you like he's not understanding.
Was
kinda.
anything missing from our belongings?
No, nothing was missing. He was actually just coming into the room and he kind of hit the shutter, and that's what woke you guys up.
Natural 20 will do that. What was the barmaid's name? Or
I
did
didn't
we
give
ever
you
get?
one at all.
All right, ma'am. If you,
Glenda.
Glenda, if you know this boy, I guess no harm, no foul, but definitely expect to see him in the jail cell tomorrow morning.
She says, yeah, just release him from that and I'll take him right over to the sheriff.
I'll dispel it.
He falls.
Out the window.
Out the window.
You might want to wash your pants.
I grab our young boy and pull him close and tell him, you need a role model. Come see me.
In Thieves' Camp.
No,
Oh, in common.
in his ear.
Oh, in his ear. You whisper sweet nothings in his ear.
I do.
Okay.
He's like, you need a role model.
Oh my god. That's the creepiest thing I've seen. And we fought a hag this morning.
That is not how I said it.
I hope the microphone picked that up.
I don't know. It may have. We'll find out. Okay, so she takes him and she's yelling at him and kind of patting him on the back of the head, saying, "You idiot! What are you doing? We've told you about this. Your mother's going to be so angry." She walks out of the room with him.
I have no idea what the point of all that was.
I don't know, but those are terrible robes to go thieving in. That's all.
Not very good at his job.
No, he is not.
I was in the middle of taking a leak,
Why were
so
you
if you guys
sing-
will excuse me.
And why were you singing to him?
Song I learned as a child.
That is so weird. Do you just randomly start singing at people?
Sometimes. Just one of those quirks.
Such a weird person. Anyways, actually, I do want to roll an insight on that. I don't think I'll get it, but just what he's saying about the singing.
Okay, yeah, you can roll insight on that. I think you'd have to roll
Deception.
deception at this. Yeah, deception at this point.
Oh, I'm for sure you're probably going to beat me, but
Go for it. 1 versus 20. Let's see.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wow. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 21.
Yeah.
You believed everything he said, and you didn't doubt a word.
Nope. I did not.
Sure you're not / multi-class bard?
Joe, want to go back to sleep now, or you up for the nights?
I just shrug and go back to my room.
I need to rest. I used all my
Go back to sleep.
energy this morning.
Okay.
While you were banging the barmaid, you said?
I can't respond to that.
All right, I'll head back to my room.
Okay. So you all sleep for the night, and you wake up in the morning, and that's probably where we're going to end this little session right now, so until we meet again for the next time. So we'll say goodnight to everybody.